Howdy, my name is Canvas, and I am a tarot reader. Welcome to the year 2026. I hope you left all your baggage behind in the year of the 9. Shed the skin of your old self. Become who you want to be, who you were destined to be. There's a lot of energy floating around nowadays, and I do believe that humanity at large is experiencing an awakening of some kind. On the other side of that coin, I do believe some people are being left behind. And one, that makes me so sad, but two, that also makes me so hopeful. Just so much room for growth and opportunity to heal and experience the full breadth of human emotion and endeavor. And so, thank you for joining me. I would like to do a reading for the energy of this new year. And if you are here watching, then you are probably interested in knowing what is to come. So please allow me into your energy, allow me into your spirit. Let go of all the anxiety, let go of all the tension. Release the tension in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your heart. And we are going to pull a few cards. Now I'm going to start with a couple cards to get a general reading of the energy. What is going on in the viewer's life? Spirit, please. I'm looking for two cards. Let's see. There's one. Oh, there's a couple. I'm going to hold on to those. Okay. We have the 9 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So already this year seems to be starting out strong. And it seems to me that you already had that feeling. You already kind of thought that it was going to. Spirit told me to put these back in the deck, so I'm going to do that. Something's telling me that you already feel pretty confident about this year. I think you're already doing that shadow work. You're already facing those demons inside of you. And I just, with the Wheel of Fortune here as well, I think that's all going in your favor. Let's see. We got the 9 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. 2 of my favorite cards. We still have this one in the center face down. I'm curious to know what it is, but this is the general energy that you've been feeling moving into this new year. Maybe you are super excited. Maybe you had to let go of a lot of stuff and become entirely self-sufficient, but it seems as if you are doing just fine in that regard. So the Wheel of Fortune coming out is really exciting. Let's see what this one is. And it is the 3 of Wands. You're ready to move on to something greater, something bigger than yourself, something that you've been feeling a calling to, something that's been drawing your soul out to it. A soul calling. And while you are making strides and making progress to be the person you want to be, you know that there's something more and you're excited for it. And the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. Now, I'd like to say in this deck, I do not do reversals just because, I don't need reversals in this one. This one pretty much says what it needs to say. In my original artwork here, this deck, there are reversals. And whenever I feel drawn to draw from it, I will pull a couple cards from it. But let's see what we got here. Okay, another 3 cards came out. So interesting. I'm wondering if 3 is going to be a relevant number in this reading, or maybe 3 is relevant to you. Maybe it's your lucky number. The 3 of Wands, 3 cards. I'm just going to do 3 lines and we'll see how that comes. 3, 6, 9, right? The fated number. So we got the 5 of Wands and also the 10 of Wands, which is interesting. The 5 becomes the 10. Two fives become a 10. Pretty rounded number. And they're both wands. So it seems as though, obviously, you have had a lot of struggles in the past. It has been a fight to get you to where you are today. You've lost many people along the way. You didn't always know if that was the right thing to do or to be done, but you did what you had to do or what you felt you had to do, and it has brought you here. But now, with this 10 of Wands, you've had enough. You've had enough fighting. You've had enough struggle. You're tired of carrying this weight around. But you're choosing to. You feel like you have to, like it's your obligation. You have to bring this load back to camp, back to home, back to hearth and home. You feel like you don't have enough pieces collected yet to make your trip feel worthy, but I assure you, you do. In fact, you have too much, and I would advise that you let it down, especially as we just ended the year of the 9, the coming to the end of the year of the snake. You have to let go of the baggage that doesn't serve you, that has been holding you back and weighing you down. And I think you know that it has been weighing you down, because we got the 7 of Swords here, and I think it's funny how these two cards, the 10 of Swords and the the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Swords, both people are carrying things. One is carrying to somewhere, and one is carrying away from somewhere. And a part of me is thinking that you have a habit of lying to yourself. Maybe not specifically to others, but really to just yourself. You told yourself that you had to do these things, and I don't know if you had to. I don't know if it was actually for your benefit to have done these things, to have taken on this burden. In fact, you may have picked up more damage to yourself than benefit. Let's see what a third line comes to. I like this 3-3-3 spread. It's like a little matrix, and in fact, this year you are supposed to be breaking out of the matrix. That is the goal of this year. You're supposed to be becoming who you are meant to be, who you dream of being, the version of you that you feel like is only tangible in the dream world, but that is so far from the truth. And I do feel an awakening in you that is stirring, that is becoming reality, that you are physically drawing out of you like a purging. You're getting all of that out of you in order to make space for this new version of you. And I think this year, 2026, is the year to do this. I think a lot of people are doing this, and I think that's exactly why you're drawn to the spiritual, drawn to tarot, drawn to the esoteric. Maybe you're into the occult. Maybe that's a path you should go down. I myself am an occultist, and it has changed my life dramatically in a very rapid amount of time. We only got 2 there. I want the third. Oh, I got the third. Yep. I'm excited about that one. Okay, so we know what needs to be done, and we are hungry to do it. We also know that we need to let go of some of the baggage we're still holding on to, let go of some of the resentment, let go of some of the lies, let go of some of the betrayal, both that we have done to others and others have done unto us. But what is in the future here? What is coming? The Fool, the Ace of Swords, and the 2 of Swords right after it. Yeah, you are becoming who you're supposed to be. there's a new opportunity here to start speaking your truth, to start embodying your word. Something here is telling me that you don't always align, your words don't always align with your actions or with your beliefs. If that makes sense, your words don't always line up with your beliefs. Yeah, it reminds me of the time when I was deeply into atheism. I was a hardcore atheist, and I would say these things like God is not real, the spiritual is not real, you are weak-minded if you believe these things. But then if you look at my poetry and my just my inner thoughts, I obviously believed in something, and that dissonance between what I was saying and what I believed in my heart really brought me to a dark place. And so I'm seeing this. I'm saying, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so serious. Which is funny because we have a lot of sword energy coming out, especially the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. All really, I mean, all the swords cards are really serious. You know, that the story of the sword, the story of the Suit of Swords is not a happy one, but it is if you change your perspective on it. And so you don't be scared to jump off that cliff, especially if you know in your heart that that is the right thing for you to do. There's something inside of you that is saying, I know this to be true, but my body does not want to admit it. There's that dissonance between your body and your mind and your heart, and you need to really work to bring those all together. Don't delude yourself. Don't lie to yourself, especially, let's bring up the Seven of Swords. Don't lie to yourself. Don't hide the truth from yourself, and don't be scared of the truth. Make the right decision here, now. Start telling your truth. Start embodying the energy that you want to bring into this world, and it will come. Yes, I like that. So I'm going to leave the Wheel of Fortune on the table here, and I would like to do a draw clarifying this card. Maybe not clarify. I mean, what about the Wheel of Fortune needs clarified? Nothing really, right? But I want to know more about it. What exactly is on the horizon for you to be so lucky to be so ready to receive? And you should be ready to receive, because it feels as though you have been starved for a long time, eating scraps off the floor under the table. And you want a goddamn meal now, don't you? I feel it. I understand it. You are hungry. You are hungry, and that is not a bad thing. I think you've shamed yourself for that. Like you thought your appetite was too big. Like you were taught that what you wanted was too grand. What you needed was too much. What you saw was not real. But that's not the case. In fact, you deserve the world. And I have a feeling the world is about to come out here. That would be crazy, but crazier things have happened. And so, Spirit, please tell me, what do I want to know about the Wheel of Fortune? What is on the horizon? What can my viewer do to lock in these rewards, lock in this treasure, to ensure that they get everything they want and deserve? I'm hearing 3 cards. Why not? Let's do 3 cards again. There's one. Oh, no. Put that back in. We don't look at that one. Uh-oh. I bet this is the world. I'm going to call it right now. I feel like gambling. The Wheel of Fortune is out. There's two more. I like it when they just jump into my hand like that. We got Strength in the Three of Wands again. You've been insecure, like me. I've been very insecure. I've been meaning to make videos for a long time, and I never did. And just recently, in fact, last night, I had my very last meditation, New Year's Eve. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to finally do it. Because every path I take will lead to regret. Every path you take, there's going to be some form of regret at the end of it. That reminds me of the Two of Swords again that we just received. No matter what you choose, regret is inescapable. You're going to be in that feeling of regret no matter what you choose, but some regrets are more insurmountable, more deadly, more destructive than others. And so I feel as though you have been scared of that regret. You've been stuck into inaction because you haven't had the confidence and the strength that you've needed to really overcome that obstacle of the fear of regret. So the Wheel of Fortune here is telling you, let these gifts of confidence and foresight, right? He's looking off into the distance. He sees something greater. There's a vision that he has. Allow these things to take hold of your heart and to take hold of your mind and to never look back. And while it wasn't the World, it was one of my favorite cards, the High Priestess. The High Priestess speaks of intuition. She speaks of the spiritual realm. She speaks of all things that are hidden. She's disciplined but caring. She's intelligent. She knows everything. There's nothing that can be hidden from her. And just like the magician, she manifests reality. She brings down, she's pure consciousness embodied into the physical reality. And so the Wheel of Fortune here is saying that this fire you've been feeling, the fire of Leo, maybe you're a Leo. I'm a Leo moon. Maybe you're a Leo. Let me know what your astrological signs are. I'm getting into astrology, and that's the next thing I'm going to be good at. I promise you that. The High Priestess, your guides are watching you, and I think you haven't felt them in a long time. They're hard to feel, especially if you're lost. They seem to leave you whenever you are lost, but that's just the sign of a spiritual awakening. They're assholes for it, but they are testing you. So when their voice gets quieter, maybe when you were a child you felt it more, but as you grew up and you've become more jaded, you felt lost. You felt abandoned. Yeah, there's a lot of solitude in the cards that have been coming up for you. You've been lonely. You've been lonely and you're looking for something more, but trust your intuition. Trust your gut. Trust that the universe has your best intentions at heart. I think something great is coming over the horizon for you. I think your questions will be answered. I think your questions will be answered. Yes. But you have to keep asking them. Like, you can't just ask the question and then hear nothing and then leave. It's like you're in a classroom and everyone around you's talking. They're not paying attention to class, but you have a question and raising your hand doesn't freaking work. The teacher doesn't call on you and you ask your question. You have to ask it louder. And if she doesn't answer again, if she doesn't hear you again, you have to ask it louder. You have to, if you need to go to someone's home and you know they're there and it's an emergency, you don't just knock on the door once and quietly. You keep pounding on the door until they answer, until they come. And that's kind of what your guides are trying to hint at you. They're saying, don't give up. Don't give up. In fact, you are right on the cusp of greatness. All you have to do is let go and accept these gifts that we're trying to give you. Don't shun and shy away from them. What card was it? It was the Wheel of Fortune. I wanted to warn you, and the Seven of Swords. I wanted to warn you against being greedy. It seems like the universe has given you gifts before, but they weren't enough for you. Let go of that. Be humble. Accept. And that's so hard because you have been used to scraps. And so when you feel like you've moved up in the world and then someone gives you scraps again, you're like, this is a slap in the face. I feel injustice. If that's a word. I'm making it a word. You feel done wrong, but not everyone around you has the ability to give you everything you need, especially in this drought of spirituality. People are so lost. People are so sad. People are so tired and exhausted. So be humble. Accept gifts when they come your way. Make sure you don't lose yourself to greediness and to jealousy and to envy. Realize that what you are and what you have now is more than enough. Yeah, indecision. There's so much out there that you want and you can't decide what you want. You can't tell what the best route is. You have so much clutter in your head and it is causing you a lot of discomfort. You need to pick up meditation. I know every tarot reader tells you that, but they tell you that because it's true. You need to meditate. You need to listen to your guides. You need to listen to them. You need to actually hear them. They whisper. Sometimes they don't even talk at all, but you can still hear them. You can feel them. Allow them to make their presence. Allow them to enter you. Allow them to guide you, even if it's by a scent that you pick up on, even if it's as faint as the wind blowing on a spring day. Follow it. Follow your intuition. Allow the high priestess to bless you with the gifts of intuition and follow that. And we have death. Yes. Let go of that old hard-headed version of you. Get rid of all the preconceived notions of yourself because they were all fake. You made them up. And be reborn. Spring is coming. The year of the horse starts, and it's a fire horse. All the planets are aligning right now. I'm going to leave death on the table for a moment. This is a prime. It's no mistake that you have found my video and you found other videos like this that have led you further and further down the rabbit hole of tarot, of esotericism, of spirituality. I have a feeling that you're like me and you've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about these things. And so it's no mistake that all these things are aligning right now of all times in a 1 year. We just rolled over from a 9 year to a 1 year. The planets are aligning. All the personal planets are about to be in Capricorn and Aquarius, and it feels like the collective is going through a shift. It's no mistake that you are here. And so spring is coming. The fire horse is coming. And if you don't do your shadow work now, there's a chance you might be left behind. So remember gratitude. Say thank you. Accept gifts that come your way. Get rid of any greedy notion inside of your body and start telling yourself the truth. We have death on the table here. It's too many. I don't want to see those. I'm not very good at handling cards, alright? Even though I'm a magician, I fucking suck at it. Oh, I shouldn't say the F word, but oh well, I really don't give a shit. Especially when I start rambling, I can just ramble forever. And I will say some curse words. Fuck it. Who needs monetization? I don't care about money. Capitalism is going to... Oh, ringing in my ears. Nice. I love when that happens. Capitalism going to fail soon. Soon. Much sooner than we think, I think. I see it in my dreams. I hear it in my head. So what kind of person do you need to be when you are reborn? What are some of the qualities? Well, we have the King of Cups here. King of Cups is the master of emotions. He's gone to the depths of hell, gone to the depths of his soul, experienced the darkest night of his soul that there ever was, and he came out victorious. And he has learned how to bring that love and that kindness and that compassion to the world. Maybe you're a healer. I think everyone has the ability to be a healer. I think people who say... I think that is the purpose of being a human. I think the people who say, oh, you are a born healer, you're a light worker. No, I think humans are supposed to work together and heal each other. And some of us have lost it. But you can get it back. And so you need to do your shadow work, and you need to become a master of your own emotions. And you need to bring that out into the world. You need to be an example of the change you wish to see in the world. We have the devil right with death, which is funny. So, you need to be cunning. That's what I'm going to say about that. You need to be cunning. And you need to be stern. Lucifer was the light bearer. He was cast out of heaven because he wanted humans to be more... Well, he wanted to rule things, on his own terms. But he was the light bearer. He brought fire to humans, like Prometheus. He wanted the humans to know what they were capable of. He didn't want them to be slaves, and that's why the humans in this card are chained up, but they're the loosest of chains. And so you need to be cunning. You need to free yourself from those chains that you have bound. Also, you are the one who's bound yourself. So you need to get rid of that cycle you've been putting yourself into once and for all. And you need to step out of... you need to step out of confinement. You need to stop placing yourself in confinement. And I need to learn how to fucking shuffle. There we go, finally. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave all the curse words in the video. But if I don't get monetized, oh well. It would be nice. I'm poor. Let's do a third card. Page of Cups. You need to stay a dreamer. You need to formulate the ideal in your mind's eye, and you need to chase after it. Page of Cups. You need to start your journey. You need to free your shackles, free yourself from your shackles, become the Page of Cups, and learn everything about yourself. Go through the suit of cups of the court cards until you become a master of cups, the King of Cups. You become a master of your own inner world. You become the ideal that you created, and then you bring that out into the world. And then you help other people free themselves from their chains. And then maybe we can all be killed and reborn. Something greater. I'm trying to get a good camera picture. Good job.